Copic has officially entered the acrylic paint marker market. This year in 2024, they introduced 24 new colors in a paint marker. They are brand new from Copic. Like, I had to order these from England to get them. These were actually kind of expensive. I think I spent like $130 on all of these. I'm not sure when they're going to be available in the US, hopefully soon. They come in 4 different color palettes: light, essentials, and deep, and vivid. They can be used on paper, metal, wood, glass, plastic, stone, canvas, and more. The line width is 0.8 to 1.2 millimeters. This is comparable to a 3M from Posca. So Posca 3M comes in 40 different colors. And then one of my favorite size, the next size up, 5M, comes in 49 colors. So their color palette is a little bit bigger with Posca, and it comes in different sizes. Does not bleed through, can be layered, waterproof when dry. So they're water-based and opaque. Opaque means they probably write on black paper. The markers activate the same way that a lot of the paint markers activate. You shake the marker first and then you press it down and the ink will come out. Will these compete with the Posca markers? I think they will, but they're not quite there yet. Let's take a look at what the Copic Acrea, the acrylic-based marker from Copic, looks like, and then I'll tell you why. And then we're gonna go over all the swatches. We're gonna paint something with this. So let's get these out. So they do say they match, they look like the Copics. Like what comes in what package. I just want to give you a glimpse at all the colors that there are. Pretty so far, right? Okay. These probably have a lot of browns, blacks, and grays in this one. Yeah, and white. So no repeats, which is great. We're gonna put these in color order real fast. And mess up the order that they put them in. That one says pansy. Then we have our gray, black, gold. Another gray, maybe silver. And then black right here. Okay. So you'll notice, so I've already taken the black off, so I'm going to have to take off all of the plastic real fast. And I'm going to just do that real fast with these. I'm also going to have to prep all of the nibs. So they take a little bit of work once you have them to get them going. Okay. I would say that was one of the hardest things. Oh my gosh. Not fun. Getting all that plastic off for sure. It was very, very difficult. My fingers did not like that. Okay, so we're gonna look at these and see how they compare. This one's very close. All right, so on this part, we have Sky Blue to Copic Acrea, and then we have some Japanese tips. Probably keep out of reach of children, shake well with cap secured. We have the AP symbol, we have a little barcode, and then we also have instructions, which is really cool that they put those on there. So it looks like everything that's on here, maybe a little more, they put on the website. I think because you're only supposed to get these in Japan for right now. But, or, I mean, they came to England, so I don't know why some of those places have them. Maybe because the English stores picked them up and the American stores have not. Would be my guess, but I'm not sure. So we're going to swatch these. So here's what they look like when you open them up. And then we will activate them. So you want to make sure the lid is closed. It said about 20 times to shake them. Then what you're going to do, I don't know, what did the instructions say? I'm just going to do it like I do the other ones. It says scribble repeatedly, but I actually like to just press these and just to kind of hold it down. Whoa, that came out super fast. Okay, so we're going to activate them all before we write with them. We're going to activate them all before we write with them. Maybe I did not need to shake it as much as I did. Okay, and then we will go down here. Okay, all you need to do is hold it. That'd be kind of cool art. Now we know how to do cool art with these, right? So we're just getting that paint mixed up right here. Okay. Super easy. They're already very pretty colors. Okay. They don't take much to activate it. Trying to catch it before it goes everywhere. A very pretty palette so far. There we go. And you can activate these every time you use them. This is actually a lot funner than taking the peel off. Oh my gosh, that was a pain. I like that they have a palette of 36 because I feel like it lets us have a lot of colors. Okay, this one's just slow. A lot slower than the other ones. Interesting. I was like, the gold's so slow. I thought maybe the green would be slow, but no. Okay. We're already seeing a cool way to use these. If you want to create a... It will take a while to dry, though. I was a little distracted. I was thinking about this. I was like, is this dry? This one is, but these ones I think will take a while. Anytime you put a little bit more paint on, it takes a while to dry. Okay. That one's definitely a little greener than those other two. Okay. So you can't really, you can see why a little bit. Let's see if this silver, it could be made of different formula. Yeah, it's coming out a little bit slower, which tells me there's probably something different about it. the metallic ones. But still super pretty. Oh, we still have some plastic on this one. Cannot escape that. Oh, the plastic. Bane of my existence. Okay, and then our black is all ready. Let's do a black on here because we know. All right, so now we're gonna go through and we're gonna swatch these out on this paper, and then we're gonna go to black paper. And I actually bought a black book so we can do that. So the first one is Flamingo Pink. So we're gonna just do like a little dot over here. Oh, very pretty. Very, very, very pretty. The next one is going to be Dark Rose. Next one is going to be Tomato Red. The next one is going to be Coral Pink. All right, the next one is going to be Red Bean. The next one is going to be Mandarin Orange. The next one is Custard Beige. The next one is going to be Mustard Yellow. The next one is a Cream Yellow. That one's hard to see, but it's pretty. Lemon Yellow is the next one. Okay, this one is gold, I believe, yeah. So this one's the last one in this row. This one is Apple Green. Okay, now we're going to start over here at the top. This one is leaf green. Okay, this one is peacock green. Next one is going to be indigo blue. Next one is sky blue. I might have put them a little out of order here. Sky. Okay, the next one is turquoise blue. Yeah, this belongs over there. I don't know why. It's like a light blue. It doesn't really look turquoise to me though. That one more looks turquoise. Okay, the next one is lilac. Next one is pansy. Now this one's white, so Snow White actually. I'll write it on here, but we won't be able to see it. Or if you can, I can see it, but I don't know if you guys can. It's very, very faint. The next one is cool gray, and it's spelled A-Y. The next one is silver. So we think this one has slightly different formula. It's less viscous. Viscosity is just the flow rate. Sepia. Oh, actually, we're going to go to black and then sepia, which is fine because it's super pretty. But that's how they get the particles in there. A rich black. So they have it's interesting that they're not just calling these the regular names. They've put, besides the gold and the silver, they have, what's that word I'm trying to say? So this one's sepia. Oh, and sepia. They have adjectives in front, so describers of kind of the color. So here they all are on, this is on white paper. So now we're going to try the black. Let this dry. This is my new book. I got this from the art store, Commercial Art Supply on Amazon, I believe. And I've already tried a few of them in here. I think, so this is the Molotov or something. I'm probably not saying it right, which I will review soon, but I think I have to make sure I have them all, which I'm not sure if I do. All right, see how they look. Ooh, very nice. It's very opaque. Oh my gosh. Oh. See if I can spell, huh? Tomato red. So far, so good. This one is coral pink. This one's red bean. Red bean. Mandarin orange. This one is custard beige. Ooh, that one shows up really good on here. Next one is mustard yellow. Next one is cream yellow. It does look similar to custard. Next one is lemon yellow. Next one is gold. And that one's pretty on here. The next one is apple green. Next one is leaf green. Next one is peacock green. Next one is indigo blue. I'm wondering how this one will show up. We'll see. So it shows up, yeah, pretty good. Next one is sky blue. Okay, the next one is turquoise blue. The next one is lilac. Next one is pansy. And we're going to go into Snow White. Ooh, very opaque. This is great. Okay, the next one is Cool Gray. Next one is Silver. Okay, and then we're going to do black, which, rich black, which I don't think is going to show up. It does, because it's not a totally black paper. And of course I capitalized it. I've been trying not to capitalize it because I just didn't want to. And then I capitalized that one. So, oh well. And then this one is Sepia. I really wanted to test how these markers would work on doing some artwork. So I decided to replicate Vincent van Gogh's The Starry Night because I felt like these markers would go in line really well because it has a lot of brush strokes in it. And I thought I could try this out and see how they would work with this. So the first thing I did is I grabbed a Copic marker that was gray, super light, to get the basic structure of the Starry Night. Because the Starry Night has a ton of swirls and patterns that I just love. It has all the lights, it has the cypress tree, and it has the little village below. I didn't know if I was going to do the little village below, but I did decide to do it later. So I put in all of these basic shapes. The great things about doing something in gray before you actually do the painting or whatever you're doing is that you can have a rough idea and rough sketch, and if you change your mind, it's so easy to change your mind and not have that affect your painting or whatever you're doing, because the markers are opaque and they'll just go over anything. So I got everything out and I was like, okay, what should I do here? And I'm trying to get that hill and all of the things. So my page is slightly bigger that I based it on than what my actual book was. So I think if I did this again, I would make sure that the size of the picture that I print was the same size as my canvas, because I did get a little distracted by that. I tried to make them the same size. But after that, after I got my base done, I started going at it. So I did all of the stars first. I just did the yellow base at first. I pretty much tried to just do a base for everything to kind of see how it went. There was a lot of white in some of the clouds above the hill. And then I did the hill. It has a lot of dark shadows in it and blues. And you'll notice like the direction of the paintbrush is different in all parts of the painting. So I really wanted to emulate that when I did this. And let me tell you, this cypress tree, it used so much black. So I put brown in the cypress tree, and then later I realized that I should put green, and you'll see that later. So now I started the sky. The sky was it was tricky because there's so many currents of air going every which way, and you have to make sure that you get the lighting right, that all the colors are there. I think if I had to do it again, I would start with a gold base on the bottom, because I think that's what he did for the sky. He might have done it for the whole painting, I'm not sure, but at least for the sky, I noticed there was like gold in places. I feel like I got those swirls pretty good. I mean, they're probably not perfect. I know they're not perfect because Vincent van Gogh did it perfect, but it was really fun to do. And then doing the other portions of the sky, it was difficult because like I said, the currents were going every which way. There was darkness, so the top of the paper of the page was definitely darker than those swirls. So you really had to emphasize that. And then getting all of that in. And then I decided to do the village, even though I wasn't going to do it. And I was like, okay. So actually the village wasn't that bad. The worst part that I did, I think, of this picture was all of the hedges or whatever they are on the side. And I feel like I could go back and maybe, because the markers are opaque, and fix that a little bit for sure. But I don't know, like, it was tricky, and I decided to do it last minute, so I didn't put as much thought into it. So here's the two side by side. I really can't believe I did this. I wanted to give up on it so many times. I was like, isn't this halfway over? So the video that I just showed you was 2 minutes, but it really took me like 2 or 3 hours to do this. it was a very good exercise. And I feel like I could have made the strokes a little bit smaller. So I used continuous strokes to get that continuous fill. He did it like in a line, but he did, I think, short brush strokes when he did it. So I would probably try to do it more like his brush strokes. And maybe that would be different. Maybe if I spent like 10 to 15 hours doing this instead of like 2 to 4, which I still think is a long time, maybe it would be more reminiscent of his, what he did. But I really did find that the Copic markers, they were able to blend together, and that poor white saw so much yellow on it, so much blue, and it's still working. So I know the Copic website warned people. They said if you mix the colors, like when the nibs might get the coloring on it, and I know they did a little bit, but it kind of comes out. It definitely comes out. I don't think I ruined my markers because the white was white afterwards. But yeah, so here is my picture. What do you guys think of this? Have you ever tried to make the Starry Night before? It was so much fun. I would definitely, like, if you get these markers or if you have Posca, try this out because it was a fun exercise. Here's our Copic Korea, and it's on black paper and white paper. And on both papers, they appear really good. I don't know if you guys remember when I did the Sharpie paint markers, not the new creative markers. It took forever to get the white to show up. So I feel like these are super opaque. They're really nice on black. They're also very nice on white paper. They show up very well, except for, you know, of course, the white. I can kind of see it, but yeah, you can't. So they are very nice markers. I'm glad Copic came out with them. There's 24 colors. I feel like there's a good color palette. We have a good range. We've got our grays. We've got all the colors in between. The only two, so cream yellow and custard beige, look similar on here. The colors look a little bit different because of whatever opaqueness is in them, depending on if they're on the white or black paper. But for the most part, they look different on the black paper, and it looks super pretty. Which one is your guys' favorite color? I'm so glad I got all these. They were very expensive, but I also spent a lot of money on getting all the Sharpie paint markers. So I don't feel like it's that, you know, big of a deal. Compared to the Sharpie creative markers, those come in brush and they also come in a bullet, but they're so much bigger and these ones are so much smaller. The only thing that I wish that these came in was I wish that they came in more sizes, because these are very similar to the Posca. Let me show you. So Posca will have like, so this is probably a little bit smaller than they are right now. This is probably a similar size, the same kind of size tip. And then this is the next larger tip, I believe. And then, so if you look at one of these tips, you'll see that it's most like the 3 ml, which is 0.9 to 1.3. So that's very similar in size. So it's almost like they're all this size. I would love them to come in this size because this is one of my also favorite sizes of Posca markers. I think you can get a lot more done with them. And then as you start getting up different sizes, Posca does come in less and it doesn't come in all of them. I don't think there's one size where all the Posca markers come in. So it would be nice to just be like, oh, I have all the sizes of every single one. I think this is a great start for Copic. It would be nice to have more colors, and it would also be nice to have them in different sizes. What do you guys think? I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.